Good morning, LAP. It's Thursday, July 1st, rendition of the video. A lot of questions surrounding what's going on here at the plant, so I'll try to update you as we go through my different sheets. The lot is empty. All the vehicles that we had on site have been shipped to all the dealers and their orders. The order bank's still the same at $18,344. And the big question and all the text and everything that the committee's got, define a reduced schedule. Well, of course, you know, they didn't give no details on it just to cause more scare, more ruckus amongst all the members here at LAP. Reduced schedule is 8 hours or less. Nothing different, nothing changed. Both shifts are still working. But as you know, we stated in all the videos that tough times are going to be all the way here to the end of the year, if not longer. There's going to be more down weeks. More things are going to happen. As you see, all the other plants all still have downtimes, or all still got 1 or 2 shifts that are going to be rotating or laid off. So we're still not out of the woods. Every day there's something else that's coming up short and not being able to be delivered. The last I've heard was that, you know, everything in Texas out in the Gulf and all the chemicals is going to start affecting the tires, because all the tires, of course, before they become tires, is a liquid mixed with rubber. I've been talking to YouTube, and it's taken a while for them to get through all the videos that they have to approve before they get put on their website, and the closed caption for our hard of hearing or deaf individuals. We're trying to speed up that process, and I had to send in a little questionnaire to make sure everything, what I'm doing, who I am, and everything. So hopefully that'll speed up the process to get these downloaded and out to you sooner. Let's start off with the Robo Calls. As you know, this is Ford Motor Company's #1 way to try to get a hold of everybody when we're not working, to give them the update, exactly what's going on with the plant, what's going on with their shift, their operation, or their classification. So the best thing to do is make sure you have your voicemail set up on your cell phone, or you have an answer machine at home that isn't full. Try to save those numbers in your phone as labor relations, so when you call, you see it, let it go to the voicemail so you can hear it over and over and over as many times as you need. If it's still not clear, get a hold of labor relations as soon as possible. 502-357-6730. If you have trouble trying to figure out your phone and it's just, you know, technology's not your best suit, find you a little 10-year-old kid or somebody that can work that phone and get it fixed up, get it set up for you. Subpay. As most of you already know, Subpay was delayed because of end of the quarter. We all know Ford wants to show more money on the books to look good in front of the stockholders and for our borrowing rate on all the money that we borrow. So that's just, you know, one of their things. It's a big game. So sub is being generated this week, should pay out by the middle of next week, depending on where your bank's at the latest. Supposed to go today. They're supposed to all get processed today from up north, and hopefully you start seeing them Friday, Saturday, maybe as late Monday, Tuesday. All the subs start hitting everybody's accounts, because the file was large and it was getting entered by labor relations here. So that's one of the things, you know, that come up, you know, that we never really had to deal with. You know, usually sub has been pretty good, pretty automatic, with all the plants being down and the end of the quarter and Ford trying to save every dime. It's something that we're going to have to put in the national contract proposal. It needs to be written and addressed exactly how Subpay is to be paid, and maybe put some dates in there, some time limits when it needs to be paid by, and not just because it's the end of the quarter we're going to be late. As some of you know that are utilities, classifications, our team leaders, final canceled their system fill. As of today, Trim and Chassis has canceled their system fill, And for the 17th, like it was planned, unless you're contacted by a supervisor, you should have gotten a robocall stating that the 17th is canceled. If you didn't get the robocall and you haven't heard from a supervisor, I would get in touch with Labor Relations and see what's going on with your phone number. Did the robocall go through? Because normally all robocalls tries your line 3 times, and it spells it out: busy, unable to leave message, just rang, wrong number. It spells it out very clearly to Labor Relations exactly what happened on each individual call to your number. Paint and body programs looks like they're still happening, and you should be either contacted through a robocall or your supervisor. Looks like they were going to reduce some of their numbers also. Don't know what the count is. They're still throwing numbers around, what needs to be done, what can be done, and some equipment still needs to be put in. About half the tire machine on the north side has been removed, and we got new pieces of the tire machine coming in next week, so it should be very interesting. Hopefully this helps some of our breakdowns, but when you get new pieces of equipment and you're mixing it in the middle of a bunch of old equipment, we're still going to have issues. It's still going to break down until they get all the kinks worked out and everything gets to function properly. So when we return, we're going to have early breaks. It's going to happen. There's going to be breakdowns, and it's probably going to be the tire machine. But with them not doing the system fill like we always had in years past to get everything up and running, test all the guns, move the line 30, 40 trucks just to make sure everything sounds good, working good, them not doing that, I think it's a disaster waiting to happen, and we're going to have more issues. But it's their company, they're running it. So UI assistance at KTP has been going very well. We'd like to thank the unemployment office for taking the opportunity to get this out to our members and help resolve some of our issues at both plants. The help is very appreciated. You got today and tomorrow for the ones that have appointments to get out there, get things taken care of. 10 to 6 today and 8 to 4 tomorrow out at the KTP Union Hall. We've added a few more names to our list this week as we went along, because there's a lot more issues are popping up for different individuals that normally haven't had any problems, and they've missed 1 or 2 or all of June so far, thinking they can get it fixed. So we got to get those guys on our list, our people on our list, and get that taken care of. We'll continue to try to help as many people as we can. We'll get you on our list even after this is over with, and continue to work with the unemployment office so our people and our members can get the assistance they need and get the money that they're owed. Benefits office been open all week, been very busy down there, so we appreciate everybody and their patience with not having the over allocation to add one down there. So they're open today and tomorrow, and they will be down for the vacation shutdown like everybody else. The Union Hall still on lockdown, so if you would like to, you can get in. Just call the Union Hall 969-9136, and they'll be glad to let you in and help you out and take care of your issue. Uniforms, the deadline is Monday, July 5th still, so if you haven't gotten on the website and ordered your stuff, you need to do that immediately. You only got 5 days left. TERs, all the ones, utilities, team leaders, and repairmen and everything that traveled outside the metropolitan area, the ones that's contacted me are the bargainers. Your TERs were all put in. I looked at one this morning. It was approved on 6/28, and it takes about 10 days, because once it gets approved, then it goes through a whole process. They cut you a check, and the check gets put in the mail. And you know how mail runs. If they put it in the mail from Michigan, it's going to take at least 7 days. So I'd say give it 10 days. And then if you haven't received your money after 10 days, once we put it in and I screenshotted you a picture waiting for approval, I can go back in, we'll check your system, see where it is, and see what day it was approved, because it takes 10 days after the approval. Most of them should be getting their checks now, and the ones I hope that got a hold of me, I hope everything was okay. You got your check, no problems at all. If there's anybody out there that that hasn't contacted us and needs the help with their TER, they can contact me or be glad to come in the union office. I'll set them up downstairs and walk them through the process. COVID, yes, the tents are still up at the plant. We do have the fences open, so you don't have to walk through the tent. You can walk behind the tent. I found myself, just out of habit for the last year, of course, find myself walking through the tent. I left yesterday, walked around the whole tent, and I could have just walked right through the gate. So it's going to take a little getting used to. So the scan equipment's been removed. The electric and fencing, all that'll be, start working on that Tuesday the 6th. We'll get the carpenters out there, electricians, get everything unhooked, moved out of the way. The tent's supposed to be gone by the 15th, along with all the concrete barriers, all the stop signs, everything that was out in our lots. You'll see all that gone. So it might look like a normal parking lot once you return. Mask. As of right now, the mask, if you, on July 12th, if you've been vaccinated, you do not have to wear the mask. So the big question is, well, how are they going to know whether I've been vaccinated or not? I guess it's going to be if you get COVID or not. I know there's been very few cases, one that, that had the shots that apparently got a different strand of COVID. Don't work for the CDC, so, and Ford and the UAW, I haven't heard anything on how they're going to enforce, which ones wear masks, which ones don't. You're putting yourself at your own risk if you haven't had your vaccine or you don't want to get it. So try not to put yourself in that position, go down that road. So July 12th, if you've had the vaccine, you do not have to wear a mask. There'll still be masks, it's optional. There'll still be masks in all the entrances when you come in the building. So shouldn't be a problem. If you still want to wear a mask, you sure can. I'm going to read exactly the bulletin that was sent down from Ford. Beginning Monday, July 12th, face masks will no longer be required for employees who are fully vaccinated. You are considered fully vaccinated if it has been 14 days since your second dose of Pfizer or Moderna, or 14 days since your one shot of Johnson & Johnson, and you have no virus symptoms. If you have not been fully vaccinated, you will need to continue to wear your Ford mask. Okay, so COVID up on that. Ford plans on monitoring each plant, the case rate, and see how it goes from there before they open up. The cafeteria or the fitness centers will remain closed. But hopefully if the trend continues and the decline continues, hopefully by the end of summer, we'll be able to get those cafeteria open, get the gym back open. The July 5th Monday holiday, it will automatically be converted to a personal day. If you say, I don't need the personal day, I want the money, there's I put this on the website, or you can come in here. I got some on the table downstairs as soon as you walk in the door, and labor relations. Fill this form out by July 9th, and you can get your pay for July 5th instead of an extra personal day. I'll close on a note right now that we got going on with skilled trades. As you know, the trade's been laid off here and other facilities, which has never been heard of. Anytime the down weeks is, Ford uses that time to get everything caught up, get their PMs caught up. Anything that's been broken or anything that needs to be updated, that's their time to get everything. So we've been down 6 weeks, laid all the trades off except for a handful. So none of that was getting done. So here we are, we get into a shutdown, the last 2 weeks before everybody comes back to work. And Ford management decided to turn in a bunch of outside contracting notifications for the people to come in and do work that our skilled trades are more than capable of doing and have done in the past. But because they're into crunch time and because they wanted to lay all the trades off, instead of them doing their job and getting all these menial tasks out of the way, so when the big stuff come during shutdown, they could be fully utilized and get the plant up and running. We had an outside contractor want to put in some demo work for some people to do outside contract, the demo of the tire machine for a week. It took our skilled trades a day and a half for what Ford Motor Company was willing to pay a whole week for, which saved bunches of money. The outside contractor gets almost double what our trades get paid to do the same work at a slower pace. Does that make sense? No. They want to save money and all this, but nobody wants to be held accountable. If you take on a big project like that with our trades, instead of being proud that you took on it, they'd rather outsource it so they can point the finger at somebody else and blame them. It's ridiculous. We've been having arguments all week, and we'll continue to have arguments because I totally disagree. This work belongs to our trades. It doesn't belong to an outside contractor. We've had them laid off for 6 weeks. If you say, oh, I got plenty of work for them now, but I need to bring those contractors in, well, you should have brought them in 2, 3, 4 weeks early to do that other stuff. So when the big stuff came, our trades that are known to do it, when this plant was demolished and we rebuilt it and added over 800 robots, put all these lines back in and got outstanding kudos, now we can't put 10 pieces of a tire machine together. It's just absurd and ridiculous. We'll be filing a 723 outside contracting grievance on Ford Motor Company for playing this game. They did not give proper notification to the UAW. They put an OCN out in the email, and that was it. We didn't get a chance to look at any of the bid packages because, why? Because the PO was already given to the vendor. They probably done got their money, and Ford's backpedaling now because they didn't follow the national contract and they didn't follow the local contract. As you can tell, I'm not very happy about it. My trades are not very happy about it. So, our trades need to be fully utilized, and that's working 7/12s as long as anybody in an outside contractor position is in this plant doing our work, no matter what it is, a pipe fitter, a millwright, an electrician, a tool maker, a CMM, anybody. So we're going to continue to take on this battle and take on this fight because it's our work and it belongs to us. So I'll stop that little rant. As you can tell, just because it's a down week doesn't mean my job stops. It doesn't mean Ford Motor Company trying to get over on something against the UAW once again. So on behalf of myself, my committee, hopefully everybody be safe for vacation. I'll try to get something posted, try to get an update out. Hopefully the skilled trades issue gets resolved. If it doesn't, then don't know what's lying ahead for us. So on behalf of myself and my committee, God bless.